Today I'm talking about the new drama film, The Last Showgirl. This stars Pamela Anderson and a handful of other actors you would definitely recognize, and was written and directed by Gia Coppola, the granddaughter of Francis Ford Coppola. This is her third film. And the basic premise is Pamela Anderson plays this 57-year-old showgirl at the last casino to still have a showgirl show. But wouldn't you know it, they're gonna close it down because no one gives a shit about showgirls anymore. I liked Pamela. She gave an interesting performance. Brenda Song's in this, and I really like her character. So is Kiernan Shipka. She was a delight to see. Dave Bautista, he was great. He had such great hair in this. I definitely have to shout out his hair. I don't know if it's his natural hair or a wig. Either way, it was perfect. I thought the concept of the story was interesting, but I don't think the execution worked. So, Pamela's character, Shelley. She's this 57-year-old woman who does not want to stop being a showgirl, cannot be a parent, and really just can't be anything positive to the people around her. All she really gives a shit about is being a showgirl. The movie tells us she's been doing this for 30 years, which means she started when she was 27. There is no way she started when she was 27. She probably started when she was 17 and just lied. Regardless though, she had her child at 35 because you know her child, played by Billie Lourd, is playing this 22-year-old. And so we know by math that Shelley is 57, her child is 22. That means she had the child at 35. So she was at least doing showgirl stuff for 8 years, probably 18 years, by the time she had a kid. And then the whole reason she's a bad mom is because what she says is she didn't have money to afford a babysitter because she didn't want to stop being a showgirl. But how? How did she not have money? If she was working as a showgirl for at least 8, if not 18 years, she had to have money. And like, they don't show us any reason she would have been bad with money. Like, we don't see her as into gambling or really into drinking. So like, how did she not have money? Because there's no way she was getting peanuts for this job. She described it as being treated like a celebrity in its heyday, getting flown around the world. She had to have been making at least enough money to survive, but probably enough money to thrive. So where did that money go? But then also, like, we know for sure she's madly in love with being a showgirl. So why did she put that at risk by choosing to have a child? Like, why didn't she get an abortion? Because she knew she prioritized showgirlness over everything else. So she had to have had a moment where she was like, I will definitely risk my entire career to have a child because I want a child, maybe? But then at some point she switched back to not giving a shit about the child and going back to only caring about the career. So what happened? Where was the change? If she was so crazy in love with being a showgirl, she wouldn't have risked that and just had an abortion. Like, there's no indication that she's anti-abortion. So why didn't she have one if she loved being a showgirl so much? And also, like, at 35, it doesn't feel like it's an accident to have a child. That feels like a very deliberate choice. Like, you made it 17 years without having a child. What happened? Where was this turn? You weren't in a relationship with this guy, and it seems you never even asked him to be in a relationship. So why did you want this thing? Where did this thing come from? Why did you not want to do showgirl stuff anymore? Because she definitely had to have taken a break when she got bigger. So what happened? What's going on? The more I think about this movie, the more questions I ask, the more holes there are to it. There is no real logic to this movie. I can't just like sweep it all under the rug of like, she's just an unreliable narrator, because there isn't really any evidence of that either. There's so many problems with this movie. It definitely feels like, I wouldn't even say half-cooked idea. It feels like you got a couple ingredients out and you're not really sure what to do with them. But because Gia Coppola is a Coppola, she just got this movie greenlit. It's not a good movie. There are definitely elements of it that I liked, for sure, but man, it does not deserve the praise that it's getting. It's a deeply flawed movie that doesn't really work, and it's not worth the watch. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 4 in the meh category. And this is out of a total of 4 new movies so far this year.